Let's see if this is rolling. Yes, it is. Welcome. Go ahead and unroll your yoga mat. If you have a strap or even a scarf or a long blanket, bring it over. We'll be using it towards the end of the practice today. This flow is meant to embody and experience the newness that we receive in Nissan. This month is often referred to as Chodesh Ha'aviv, the month of spring. And just like spring, the consciousness of newness is given to us like a gift from above. Nissan is the arousal, the miracles that flow from above. It is also called Chodesh HaGeula, the month of redemption, because it is the month where we were redeemed and we will be redeemed. Every year we experience our own inner redemption. So this flow will be a practice of our journey towards freedom. And the flow of this month is Or Yashar, which means a light from above. And this movement means that Hashem's light and warmth and chesed, his kindness, is just easily flowing down to us. It's one of the months that are the most easiest divine flows to receive. So that's why it's a month of receiving. So the question is, what is our work? The work comes from above, so what do we have to do? There are miracles, there are blessings, there is shefa from above, from our source of life. So what is our work? And simply, our work is to be present, to be open receivers so that we don't miss the gifts, we don't miss the miracles. So this flow will be building our vessels to receive all the abundance that is meant for us. And these are part of a 3-stage process. First, we redeem our speech. The first thing that signifies a slave from a free person is their free speech, their ability to speak their truth and voice who they are, voice their opinions, and let their voice be a vehicle for self-expression. So first we'll redeem the speech, then we redeem the dimyon, the imagination, our ability to visualize, and then the highest level, after we speak, after we visualize a better possibility, a new reality, then the last stage is to surrender in silence. So let's begin in a seated position. We'll bring the finger pads to the side of the body. Feel the sit bones root down into the earth and then reach the crown towards the moon above. Nissan is also the first of the lunar month cycles, which of course is the allowance of renewal, of possibility, of hope. So reaching the crown high, feeling the pelvis sink down, noticing your body in space. Just rooting to the moment, anchoring to presence. Through deep presence, we allow miracles to enter into our vessels. And we'll take the right hand lifted up and over to the left ear. Gently press the ear towards the shoulder. Left shoulder glides down towards the mat, feeling that nice open stretch of the neck. Feel the breaths rise to meet the neck region. Actually, Paro, the Pharaoh of Egypt, is personified in Kabbalah as the neck. the stuckness of the neck. And that's what Paro represented, stuckness, rigidity. So the first thing we do is redeem our voice, loosen up the neck area, and let the throat be free to express itself. Unwrap the right hand down and chin to chest, gaze down. Left ear to left shoulder. We'll wrap the left fingertips up and over, gently guide the left ear towards the left shoulder, and the right shoulder, keep it gliding down. Spaciousness in the neck area. So we begin to redeem our speech through prayer. And on the Seder night, through creative storytelling. You may have heard of narrative therapy, but the way we describe our own Egypts, our own constrictions, and our own stories is how we perceive our current reality. So being mindful of the stories we tell ourselves. Let's unwrap the hand down, lift the chin, open the mouth slightly, revealing the throat. Whatever is stuck that you haven't been able to reveal, to speak your truth. We're loosening up the neck. And then we'll find big, wide circles. Pesach means the mouth that speaks. So getting ready for this night or nights of storytelling. Letting the truth flow through our throats nice and easy. And we'll bring our hands to the knees. Inhale, shoulders scrunch up to the ears. Exhale, drop them. Inhale, lift and drop. Let's speed it up. Unlocking the trapezius muscle here to allow a new flow of energy to lift up through the neck. 10 more seconds. Drop the shoulders down. And then we'll open the palms. Elbows stacked parallel to the shoulders. We'll sway to the right as far as you can, but keep the lower back stable. And sway all the way to the left. And bring the breath in. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Loosening up the chest and the throat. And part of redeeming our speech is noticing how we speak to ourselves. So through our yoga practice, return to the thoughts, the voices, and ask yourself, are those thoughts kind? Are you speaking to yourself with softness or with harshness? And can we redeem our speech and send a more positive storyline? 10 more seconds. And open the palms wide. Drop the hands to the knees. And let's take some big, wide circles. I'm coming to check on you. Make sure we're still rolling. All right, nice, guys. Let's bring our hands back to the knees and circle the other way. Kabbalah says that what was Egypt? Egypt was the exile of speech. So through speech, we are redeemed and we return to freedom. That's why the Hush, the sense of the month of Nissan, is speech. We rectify our speech and communication to become free people. 2 more circles. We're going to get into a flow, guys. We're just warming up. Let's come into all fours. We'll send the right leg back like we're pressing the sole of the foot against a wall. Melt palms into the earth. Feel the stability of the shoulders. And then right knee to the outside. And draw the knee into the chest. And send the sole of the foot back. One more circle like that. Inhale, right knee to the outer right. Bring it into the chest. And exhale, send it back. Now we'll tuck the toes down, settle the right heel into the earth, and sweep the right hand up and over. Long side body stretch. Press into the outer edge of the heel and reach through the fingertips. Now we'll bring in a positive affirmation. Part of rectifying speech is bringing in positive mantras to our practice and to our day. So whatever your positive mantra is, bring it in now. It can be anything like, I am free. I speak words of positivity. I speak words of kindness. Say it out loud and exhale, draw it into the chest, bending that right knee, and sweep it up and around. Lift up onto the knee. So the heel and the knee are parallel. And slide the right hand down the top of the leg. Lift the left hand up and over the ear. Gaze to the sky or in front of you. Notice how you speak to yourself. And can you soften your speech? Keep reaching through those top fingertips. And send the palm down to the mat. Circle the right arm to the front of the mat, coming back into parallel shoulders. Right knee draws in, send the left toes back, and then lift the heel. Powering through that left thigh and spinning the inner left thigh up to the sky. Keeping the shoulders broad. And then draw the left knee to the outside of the body. Send it in towards the chest, rounding the spine. And exhale, lengthen the leg behind you. Inhale, knee to the left, draw it in, send it back. Toes down, spin the heel down, sweep it on up. Lengthen the arms nice and long, spreading the collarbones, and then sink the hand down the leg. Side body stretch, reaching the arm up and over. So the right knee and the heel are parallel, and the left heel is parallel to the left hip. Open the arms long and circle the arms face forward. We'll come into a plank, so on the top of both toes, power through the navel. And again, in times of difficulty, how can we uplift our speech so that our speech ripples out to the world with positivity? The word for Egypt is Mitzrayim, which means your narrows, your constrictions. So the first step in rectifying speech is speaking our Egypt. What is our constrictions? Being aware of what holds us back from actualizing our true and highest potential. Lift the hips up and back. Sink the heels, downward dog. So if you could summarize your Egypt in one sentence, in one word, what would it be? Bringing awareness is the first step. Deep breaths in and out through the belly, feeling the chest rise and fall, tapping into Nissan is allowing ourselves to have a fresh start, an open slate. Inhale, right heel lifts to the sky, point the toes behind you, and then square the hips so the top of the right thigh is facing down. Gaze forward, bend the knee as you step the foot between the hands. Now listen carefully, we're gonna come into a weird position. Drop both heels, spin the toes to the right. This might feel very awkward. Squeeze the thighs together to find that suction. And then bend into the right knee. So we're sinking forward. And once you find your balance, open the arms. Crown reaches forward. Fingers are nice and light. Keep squeezing thighs together, pressing into both outer edges of the feet. And exhale. Sweep it forward, bend into the front knee for a low lunge, dropping the left knee down, keeping the toes behind you tucked. Inhale, hands to the sky, hook the right thumb over the left. Sink the hips low, and then lift the chest high and open the palms. We'll lift up that left knee, coming onto the ball of the back foot and sweeping the palms behind you. So the shoulders are square but reaching back, revealing the open heart. And drop the left knee, hook the thumbs and lift, gazing to the sky. Exhale, open the palms, send the shoulders back. Exhale, lower the left knee, hook the thumbs, gaze upwards. And exhale, send it back. Last one, lower the knee, hook the thumb, gaze to the sky. And exhale, open. And then circle the arms behind you and forward, meeting at the top of the mat. Let's step the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Sink the heels into the mat, palms or finger pads on the ground. Like we're rising from slaves to a free person. Bend the knee, rolling up. manifesting our greatness, opening the palms to the sky, exhaling hands towards the mouth, pausing here, reciting your affirmation. I speak words of positivity. I speak my truth. And exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, lift them, gaze to the sky. And exhale, hands through the heart, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins, crown reaches forward. Exhale, hand to the mat, bend the knees, step it back into a plank. Always option to lower the knees to the mat here. Otherwise, in the plank, we can practice redeeming our speech in times of difficulty, in times of darkness. Bend the elbows as the chest lowers. Inhale to reveal the chest, crown reaches high, and opening the throat to allow your truth to be revealed to the world. Exhale, peel the hips back, lower the heels to the mat, chest towards the top of the legs. 2 breaths, breathing in that renewed open state. The new lunar cycle allows us to wax and wane with the moon, to see possibilities beyond our present reality. Send the right heel down. Inhale, left heel to the sky. Point your toes behind you, reaching high, 3-legged dog. And then square the hips, top of the thigh faces down. Gaze forward. Bend the left knee as you step it between the hands. Spin both heels down. Toes are facing to the left. So try to bring the feet in line so the heels are in a line. Squeeze the thighs together. Come up onto the pads of the fingers. And then sink into the outer edges of the heels. Find your stability and open the palms like you're flying away from the ground. Gaze to the floor. And then exhale, walk it to the front of the mat, right knee lowers. This time we'll take left thumb over right. Fly the palms to the sky, lift the chest, tuck the toes behind you, and then open the palms as you lift off that right knee, sending the shoulder blades back and together. And then lower the knee, lift on up, inhale. Exhale, exhale, rise, find your balance, gaze forward. Inhale, hook the thumbs, lift the gaze. Keep going, lifting the knee up and down. Last one here. And we'll slide the hands to the top of the mat. Lift the right knee, step it forward, fold. Like you're sitting in your Egypt, being aware of the constraints that hold you back. The deepest enslavement is when we don't even realize we're slaves. The Jews, it was so subtle, it was so slow, they didn't even realize they were enslaved. And it took a groan, and that groan from the people opened up their awareness. They realized there could be something better. So let's take an inhale through the nose and exhale, groan through the back of the throat. The groan of pain, the groan of suffering, and the groan that is a signal, a cry to the one above. Inhale through the nose. Let's try one more time. Exhale, groan it out. And slowly rise. Inhaling the hands to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Inhale to above. And exhale, hands through the heart, forward folds. Inhale, flat back. Pull the sit bones away from each other. And exhale, slide the hands down, step it back into plank. Lower the elbows. Inhale, up dog, tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. We'll go into that flow one more time, breath to movement. Bringing in your mantra, your positive affirmation. Let's go. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, gaze forward, step it through. Inhale to the right and open. Exhale to the top of the mat, lower the left knee. Just one time here. Inhale, hook the thumb, lift the heart. Exhale, lift the left knee, sweep the hands back. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, float the hands down. Lift the left knee, step it forward. A groan of exhale. Inhale, rolling all the way up. Reaching to above. And exhale, hand to the heart, receiving the miracles, receiving the blessings. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, thumbs over the collarbones and down to the mat. Inhale, flat back, gaze to the ground. Exhale, hands to the mat, step it back, plank. Push into the heels, lift the core. Bend the elbows and lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, gaze forward, step it through. Point the toes to the left, squeeze the thighs and open. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down, face it forward, right knee lowers. Left thumb over right, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lift the knee, pull the hands back. One more time, lower the knee, palms to the sky. And exhale, sweep the hands down, lift the right knee, step it forward, fold. From your Egypt, you find an open path. You begin to roll, rise, all the way to standing. Fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a few breaths here. The next stage after we have redeemed our speech is redeeming our dimion, our imagination. To get to a new place, to manifest a higher reality, first we have to envision it. We have to imagine it. So let's close our eyes for a moment and visualize your higher self. Visualize a situation that you would like to reach, something you'd like to achieve, a state of being, a state of mind. Whether it's a new job or a new apartment, visualize yourself in your new reality. Until we can see it in the mind's eye, we can't start working for it and we can't manifest it. What makes us human is our ability to dream. And for miracles to occur, first we need to believe that they can occur. Visualize the miracle, see yourself in this new reality, out of your inner Egypt, with all the constrictions removed. What does your free self look like? And keep that vision in the mind's eye as we flow. We'll drop the palms down, inhale, gaze upwards. And like we're pulling the miracles down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, palms lower, step it back to plank, tops of the toes. Lower the chest and hover. Inhale, up dog, lift the chin. Exhale, send it back. Sink the heels. Now we'll take this flow a little bit different, so pay attention. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, gaze forward, step it through. Spin the toes to the front. Squeeze the thighs, inhale, open. Exhale, bend into that front knee. One more time, inhale, open. Exhale, bend to the front of the mat. And this time we'll spin all the way to the other side of the mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Palms can be down, resting beneath you, or go ahead and interlace the fingers above the back. Lift the pinkies high into the skull, opening the shoulders. Closing the eyes and bringing that vision back to the mind's eye of your freest self, what you would like to manifest this Pesach, redeeming the imagination. If your hands are interlaced, release the knuckles to the mat. Bend into that right knee. Left foot is planted down. Inhale to the back of the mat, sinking to the left hip. And follow your breath cycle from side to side. We'll meet at the front of the mat, point the toes forward. Step the feet a little bit in front of you. Step the hands in front of you, and take off with the back foot so the fingertips are down on the ground. Point the toes And then slightly bend the right knee and bring the hands to the heart. Bend the right knee as you lift up, left knee to the chest. And open the knee to the side as you come into goalpost arms. Inhale back to center. Forearms slide together. And exhale, open. Knee to the left. Bring it back to the center. And then reach the crown forward as you send the left foot back. We'll start to guide the left heel back and step back into a warrior two. Sinking the hips, reaching the fingers. Gazing to the front. Seeing yourself out of your Egypt. What does that look like? And then bend the left elbow, place it on the low back. Open the palm, lift it up and over, hinging from that right waist all the way up through the side body, lifting and spreading through the ribs. And then exhale, right palm to the inner right sole of foot. Let's touch the right arm against the inner leg, reach the fingertips high. And then lift back into warrior two. Cartwheel the arms forward, toes face the front of the mat. Step the left foot to meet the right. Crown of the head melts to the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let out that groan. A deep groan. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Bend the knees, rolling up. Palms to the sky. We're open to receiving the miracles. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the hands high. And exhale through the heart. Palms to the mat, bend the knees. Inhale, hands to shins. Torso is level with the ground. Exhale, bend the knees, step it back into plank. Press into the heels. And we'll lower the chest towards the mat. Inhale, reveal the throat. Exhale, peel the hips back and down. In through the nose and out through the mouth. After Moshe heard these stages of redemption, he went to tell the Israelites. And it says in the Torah that the Israelites did not hear him because of a shortness of breath. Kotzer ruach. This word for breath, ruach, also means spirit. So the shortness of breath symbolized a shortness of spirit. They could not receive the inspiration, the redemption from Moshe because they weren't in touch with their deep breaths of spirit. So let's begin to counteract that, to redeem that. Deepening the breath. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, gaze forward, step it through. Spin the toes, squeeze the thighs. Inhale, open. And exhale, lower, bend into that front knee so we're pulling the center of gravity to the front of the mat. Inhale, Eagle arms wide. And exhale, fingers to the mat. Spin it all the way to the other side. Sink the heels, forward fold. We'll interlace the hands behind you, press them back and lift. Beautiful. Opening the shoulders, revealing the chest. And then release through the knuckles. We'll bring the hips to the right, towards the right heel. Keep that left outer edge of foot planted if you can. And then breathe side to side. Deep, full breaths, receiving the inspiration from Moshe that maybe we didn't in the past, but we can rectify now. This is the month of the great receiving. Receiving life force with each breath and letting that flow the body from side to side. Let's meet at the top of the mat. Gaze forward. Spring off that back foot, fingertips in front of you. Inhale, lift the hands to the heart. And then bend the left knee. Draw the right knee into the chest. Exhale, open the knee to the right. Goalpost arms. And then exhale like we're shutting a door, drawing the forearms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close the door. One more. Inhale, open. And exhale, draw it in. Bend the front knee as you send the right leg back, like we're coming into warrior three. And then shift open the back foot to land in a warrior two. Sinking the hips low, reaching through the fingertips, gazing over the middle finger to the front. What does it look like to be redeemed? What would your life look like when you remove the inner Egypt, the restraints that hold us back from accessing our potential? Bend the right elbow, stack the forearm on the low back. Let that right shoulder droop down and open the palm. Lift it up and over. Nice long side body stretch. Keep bending into that front leg. Warrior two, open the arms, and then set the left palm on the inner left foot. Make sure the heels are in line. Press the shoulder into the inner knee and open, gazing forward or up if that's okay for your neck. Lift through the top fingertips, but keep sinking through the soles of the feet. Nice. Shift the weight into the outer edges of the feet as you rise to warrior two. And then cartwheel the arm to the front of the mat. Hip points are forward. Send the right foot forward. Fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, roll all the way up. Palms to the sky. Exhale, hands land at the level of the mouth. Inhale at the mouth. Exhale to the heart. One big circle here. Inhale, lift. And exhale, draw the thumbs down. Land the palms on the earth. Inhale, flat back, press into the shins. Exhale, bring it down, step it back. We'll vinyasa or meet in a down dog. Beautiful. Now walk the palms back towards the toes. Forward fold. And from here, we'll bend the knees and open them wide. Bring the hands to the heart. When Moshe entered the space at the burning bush, Hashem told him to take off your shoes. Take off your shoes. Take off the barriers that prevent you from being vulnerable, from feeling the soft soil of the ground, from being open. Remove the rigidity, the harshness, separating you from your truth. So as you have prayer arms, prayer hands here at Heart Center, feel the vulnerability through the soles of the feet, enmeshing with the ground beneath you, letting an area of your being or an area of your life soften. Instead of letting life and our Egypt harden us, can we let the challenges soften us? And we'll sweep the left hand to the outer knee. Right palm lifts to the sky. And roll that right wrist around. Chodesh HaAviv, this month of spring, is when we see new budding, new blossoming. So perhaps feeling those budding feelings of hope, of vitality, of newness. Inviting in spring within our minds and hearts. Coming back to center, resting the hands at the heart. And then right palm reaches out to the right. Tuck that right shoulder in the inner knee, and then inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky, rolling out the left wrist. What Nissan and spring and Pesach all teach us is this power of renewal. Unlike Paro, who personifies the stuckness and rigidity, we can tap into the open possibilities of every moment. We are not a slave to our past, to how we were yesterday, to our habits, our traumas, our patterns. Bring the hands together, hands at the heart, so we can approach each moment with fresh spring eyes anew. And we'll come into a seated. If you have that strap or scarf, I actually forgot mine today, but I found a baby blanket. So anything will do. We'll come into a seated position, lengthen the legs in front of you, flexing the feet. And we'll take that strap and just interlace it in the mid-arch of the feet. Find a good place to hold it so you're not crunching your back and you're just drawing the heart forward slightly, bending the elbows. So you feel that gentle stretch of the back of the legs, but the spine is nice and long. You can experiment with different holds. Maybe you want to hold closer to the feet, maybe further away. Keeping that upright spine also allows the diaphragm to move freely. So we're not constricting the breath. We're letting the breath flow in and out. And then we can slowly bend forward. Keep pulling the feet towards the hips, but lengthening the legs and drawing them down towards the mat. Nice. We'll roll all the way onto our backs. Keep that strap on hand and lengthen the left leg in front of you. Flex the foot and draw the thigh down towards the mat. With the right foot, that strap will be interlaced over the mid-arch, right above the heel, and straighten the leg towards the sky. Soften the toes, and then gently bend the elbows, drawing the foot upwards, but sinking the right outer hip down. Flossing out the nerve endings in the leg and allowing the back to settle in the earth. Now draw the strap ends together. Hold it in the left arm. We'll reach the heel over the body into a twist. Open the right palm to the side. So go as far as you can, keeping the right shoulder settled on the ground. Hovering the heel over the earth, twisting through the spine, softening the gaze. And then bend the knee into the chest. Set the left foot in the strap and send the right leg long, flexing the foot. Reach through the top heel, curl the toes to the heart, and then bend the elbows, lengthening the leg, keeping that right thigh pressing down. Are your shoulders hunched or can you soften them? We'll pull the strap together, hold it in the right arm, send the heel all the way to the right, open the palm. Keep that left leg straight if you can. If you need a bend, that's fine too. But we'll hover the foot and soften the left shoulder down. We'll lift it back up. And let's bring both feet to the sky, flexing the feet. Pulling the elbows down, lifting the heels. And we'll come into a variation of happy baby. So keeping the strap up here, we'll slide the feet into a triangle pose. So you see there's a triangle from the strap and the inner legs. And then you'll bend the elbows and drop the shoulders down. A very wide, happy baby. And you can rock back and forth just by guiding the strap right and left. And experiment with how long you want the strap. Some people might like it a little shorter. Maybe you want it wide. Let yourself rock like a boat back and forth. We'll remove the strap to the side, draw the knees into the chest. And part of being free, part of leaving our Egypt, is summoning inspiration, is receiving help from others. So I'd like you to bring into the mind's eye a difficulty that you're facing now. And getting really specific, where are you during this challenge? Bring yourself into the situation. Maybe it's with another person in a relationship, in your home, in your workplace. Bring yourself there. See the challenge, where you feel stuck. Maybe you've tried to get out. Maybe you've tried so many ways to fix it and you can't find a solution. You can't figure out how to get out of this situation, whether it's internal or external. See yourself in the difficulty, how you're reacting, how you're speaking, how you're moving. And now we'll summon our matriarch, Miriam, who is really the power behind the Exodus story, who's really the feminine leader that is here and alive in her spirit to guide us. So invite Miriam, or if you have a different matriarch that you connect to deeper, or even a mother, ancestor, pull them in now and summon them. Invite their spirit into your body. So as if you're making space for them, leaving your awareness from your body and hovering, watching yourself from the top of the room you're in, like you're gazing down at yourself. And then allow Miriam's spirit to come into your body, coming in to show you, to teach you how to navigate this situation. So you're watching quietly from above, and here she is showing you how to move, how to speak, and how to get yourself out of this darkness and rectify, bring light to the situation. You can release the knees as you come into an open final relaxation. Keep watching Miriam navigate the situation. See the solution, see the path. And when you've found it, and this may take the whole month of meditating on this, may need to come back to this meditation on your own. But until then, you've seen a glimpse. Draw your awareness back down into the body, back into that place. Your body knows what to do now. You've seen a clear path to freedom. Come into your body and find your way out of your inner Egypt. So the final stage of leaving our inner Egypt, after we've redeemed our speech, and then we redeemed our imagination, and we visualized a path out, we visualized the possibility, the new reality. The final step is surrender, is silence. Just like the peak of the Seder is nirtzah, is acceptance. It's that open willingness to receive. We've done our work. After we've prayed, after we've spoken, we've used our voice, after we've dreamed, and we've done the action, then we relax and surrender into the transcendent silence. And this is the zodiac of the Aries. It is the lamb, the submissive, feminine energy of receiving all the miracles available to us. So settling here in Nirtza, in our state of surrender, letting the flow from above just wash down on you in this fabulous state of open receiving. Receiving without blockages, receiving without shame, without that feeling that we are undeserving. We're just receiving openly. Nothing is in our way between us and the miracles Hashem is bestowing on us. Take a few inhales and wiggle the toes and fingers if you need to move on with your day. If you have more time, please stay in this state of nirtza for as long as you can. Otherwise, roll to the side in a fetus position. And this is actually the resembling of the Aries, which is the newborn. Being born again under the light of the new moon, under new possibilities. We're being birthed as a new nation, and we're birthing our free selves. And gently lifting yourself up to a seated, bringing the hands over the level of the lips, arousing our rectified speech, the chush of the month. And the human being is called the medaber, the speaking being, because when we speak with faith and truth, we actually lift the crown, which is the sphera of the month of Keter, which is connected to faith. Our speech initiates our faith. So vowing to speak positive, holy, uplifting words to ourselves and to others. And then lifting the hands to the level of the brain, our dimyon, our rectified imagination, the ability to see ourselves in the greatest light, the highest possibilities. And then dropping the hands finally in surrender and silence. Have a beautiful Pesach. Thank you for practicing. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to hear from you. And have a very sweet Nissan.